सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Let us salute the entire Rishi Guru Parampara and continue our chanting before our class. Today from Vijnanam Tarute, that is the fifth Anuvaka chanting we will do. Om Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute Karmani Tanute Picha Vijnanam Devas Sarve ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्माच्चेन्न प्रमाद्यते शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्माद्विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणः पक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरपक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरिति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोनु प्रश्नाः उता विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुताहु सोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजायेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्छाभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानगं स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत् सुकृतमुच्यत इति ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्गः स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत् सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दे भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाते यदा हि वैष एतस्मिन्न दृश्ये नात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवते यदा हि वैष एतस्मिन् उदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवते तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः शांति पाठ and the three mantras. ॐ अथ कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद शांति मंत्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओमदश्रीयाद्य शङ्कराचार्यकृत मङ्गलाचरणश्लोकत्रयम् ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान्नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि I am addressing only to those who are having the ruchi interest in trying to know in the Vispashta Rupa the artha of entire aspect and every aspect of this Taittiriya Upanishad. And this I am doing by the prasada of my Acharya, who taught me, who made me experience, and who ordered me to give this Bhashya. And this, without doubt, I am telling you, is the Sara of the entire Taittiriya Aranyakam. And then we saw beautifully the introductory Bhashya, where the need of Brahma Vidya, the need of Atma Vidya was proved to be most essential and to be taken on the basis of priority. And that Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya is given in the Upanishad. Therefore, the Upanishad study should become a must in our life. But before studying the Upanishad, we must know why we are studying Upanishad, what Upanishad is. So, Upanishad is not the Grantha, not the mantra or artha, but it is the Vidya. It is Anubhava Purvaka Brahma and Atma Vidya, which should remove the ignorance, which should remove the samsara, which should give us the experience that I am that infinite Brahman and not this Deha, not this Jiva, ityadi. So that goal with which keeping which in mind the Upanishad is given by the Upanishad rishis, the Bhashyakara gave the Bhashya. The main goal has to be always kept in mind. Means what? Every moment the awareness is that I am studying the Upanishad. Upanishad is not intellectual only, not vocal only, not book only. It is a Vidya. It's a transforming Vidya from what I think I am to what exactly I am. Keeping that goal in mind, keeping the purpose for which the Upanishad is given in mind, when we study, then we don't miss the track of the study of Upanishad and we get the maximum benefit out of it. Having said all this beautiful Sambandha Bhashya and also telling us why Upanishad, then now we started chanting the invocatory mantra along with the Bhashya of Bhagwan. So here, at the very outset, what two or three things you have to keep in mind are कि though the Brahma Tattva is Sarva Vyapaka, though the Brahma Tattva is in very much me also as my own self, but right now I am in a deep avidya as well as avidya janita upadhi tadatmya as well as upadina krita karma kama tadatmya as well as under the compulsion of karma phala. Today I am in the deep avidya and avidya janita upadhi, then upadhi janita kartrutva bhoktrutva karma karma phala kamana. So I have to slowly, steadily, I have to make myself fit for the Brahma Vidya, both to be taught by the Guru, to understand, to practice and experience. The fitness, to gain that fitness, I have to help myself by getting dissociated from all these faculties. Now, here, each of these faculties, within and without, are presided by the presiding Devata Shaktis. So, recognizing their presence is the first one. Recognizing their ability is second one. Their ability to grace or bless us after listening to our prarthana. And very subtle point is having that humbleness and also maturity. First, the maturity that my faculties should not become a liability or trouble to me en route to my moksha giving Brahma Vidya. And these faculties are supervised by, presided by, guided by these Sukshma Devata Shaktis. And it is very good, beautiful, useful, as well as necessary to ask them, request them to bless in such a way that all our faculties are so beautifully tuned that not only they are not the liabilities or opposition for our spiritual pursuit, on the other hand, they become useful assets and conveniences. This is the beginning of spiritual sadhana, where we are coming out of this very tamasic thought that I alone am there in this world, to a sattvic understanding that the world is run, the inner and outer, by the variety of devatas. All their contribution put together is the life on this globe, either of individual as well as total, like at a family also. One can live very individual, selfish life of doing whatever he wants, but he can become aware also of other beings of the family who are contributing for the total family. Then, in coordination with all of them, this person can get higher and greater benefits. Is it not? The father, is there mother, is there brother, sisters, are there grandparents, are there then helping servants, are there? If he understands and develops the coordination with them, his work also becomes smoother. In the same way, the Upanishad is saying, the rishis are saying, with the experience about the presence of these devatas and the power in these devatas and the kindness in these devatas, and our job and duty to pray to them and invoke their cooperation, their coordination, their blessings. When they are invoked and definitely they fall on us, we can see the change in our entire equipments. Otherwise, what will happen? Our aim is good that we want to study Upanishad and gain the Brahma Vidya. But these faculties are not properly tuned, then at every moment there will be obstacles. And when they are devatas to bless us, why not take their help? This is the main thing. So come out of that cocooning thing that I am alone. No, every faculty of mine, the karmendriya, the jnanendriya, the antakarana are functional because of continuous constant presence of those divine deities. They are in the total world, they are also in our own individual. समष्टि में जो है, they are called as आदि दैविका आदि भौतिका देवतास, are very much in our own inner bosom called as adhyatmika devata shaktis. So when we remember them, their presence, and when we really request them, and definitely you can see the effect. It's like you can sit in your puja, and children and everybody around are disturbing, making lot of sound. If we are intelligent, then we must know that the children and others are there in their own work and they will disturb me my puja. They were before entering the puja itself. You can tell them, बेटा मैं पूजा कर रहा हूँ 1 घंटा थोड़ा ध्यान से कम आवाज करो. Is it not? The disturbance will be less. In the same way, for you to do the puja, you need the flowers, you need all puja saman. You can make all of them, but you have people at home. Again, the wife or sister or brother or in servants. अरे भाई मैं पूजा करना है, सब तैयारियां करो. So they do the तैयारी of it. In the same way, it's a simple common sense. I am able to see. Yeah. But who is given the vision to eye to see? Only there are three things. One, the world, second is me, third is God. The world is not giving me, and I myself cannot own that it is mine. It is created by me. No, it is given to me. Therefore, if it is other than the world and me, who is the left out third one? It is Paramatma only in one or the other Devata form giving us this ability in the eye. Is it not? If, if the vision is my own capacity, my own ownership, then how come some people are, as they grow old, losing the sight? Why can't they maintain that sight till the last moment of death, life? So too, how come some people are alive but don't have the eyes, they are blind? It should prove to us there is a presence of somebody who is presiding them. Every of our faculties. If the Devata is not there and we our own selves have the ownership on them, then there should nobody be should be without any of these faculties. And everybody should be able to maintain them at their own will and choice as long as they want. Both are not happening. That means there is somebody. Recognize the presence of Adhisthana Devatas. Recognize their capacity and willingness to bless us. And recognize the need of their blessings. And most importantly, recognize that the blessings will come when we humbly, egolessly invoke it through various upasanas, various prarthanas. In the subsequent chapters, entire Upanishad will talk exhaustively about all upasanas only. Here also, whatever upasanas you can do, if not, at least remember them and request them and do prarthana, that itself also sufficient enough. Every day, invoking the Adhisthana Devata, invoking the Guru Parampara, telling to ourselves that I am doing this sadhana and whatever the obstacles come, with the help of those devatas and my intellection, I will not allow those obstacles to overpower me to such an extent that I am not able to do sadhana. In this way, when we prepare fully well, then our that day sadhana will be more well done, beautifully, leading to better results. So keep this in mind. So what is done? Chant once more. A minute it takes. Om Shanna Mitrah Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Bhashyakara is giving us what we have done in this shloka, praying to each of the presiding devatas to bless us with one common thing called as Sham Sham Sham. Means with whatever capacity you have, you give some Sham or Shanti or Sukha or comfort or power to us with regarding to that faculty, so that that faculty when I need to use for my sadhana, I am able to use it properly. Now remember, these Adhisthana Devatas in totality, they have the variety of Prakriti related things on which they preside. Point 1. Point 2, these Adhisthana Devatas have their own Devata Shariras, presiding those particular phenomenal forces. Through them they express. They again can manifest to us in some convenient form by which we can have the darshana if we have that type of request, demand, or upasana done. For example, Bhagavan Surya. So, what you see the Surya Golaka is belonging to the Prakriti. And through the Surya Golaka, who is expressing is the Adhisthana Devata of the Golaka. He is called as Surya Bhagavan. He has his own Devata Sharira. It's not like any other. If Sharira is like that, utne heart mein khud unka hi Sharir unka jal jayega. That Surya Bhagavan can come and give darshana to us, accessible to us. So the Prakriti related aspects, the Adhisthana Devatas, their Divya Sharira, with all their powers and knowledges and duties, and they come to us if we want have their darshana for more conviction. Even if we don't want the darshana, still we can pray and they bless us. So to the Vayu, so to the Agni. So what you see, the Agni is the belonging to Prakriti. In that there is Agni Adhisthana Devata, who has his Divya Sharira, which is not visible to our naked physical eyes. If we go to that level of transcending our Upadhi, then we can see their Divya Bhava, Divya Sharira. Or they can take a Stula Sharira Rupa, give us Darshana, if we desire or require or want it. So that clarity we should have. What I am seeing is belonging to Prakriti, presiding that, functioning through that is Surya Devata, any of that Devata, and they have themselves the divya, different expression Sharira, not this type of bones, flesh, blood, marrow Sharira. Sukshma उनका दिव्य कहते हैं. Let's not call it Sukshma because we have our own Sukshma inside. They are a Divya Sharira. And that Divya Sharira, being it so Divya, time and place doesn't affect them. Therefore, any time and any place they can express. Otherwise, you invoke Bhagavan Surya and you want to have darshana, and you have done all upasana, which is said in our Shastras, by doing which you can have darshana of Surya. So you did upasana fully. Then that is a wonderful upasana. Surya Bhagavan will have to give us darshan. Then how lakhs and lakhs kilometer distant he is, which vehicle he will have to take up and come, how much time it will take, तब तक हम जिंदा होंगे क्या? The moment the upasana is completed, immediately the Bhagavan's pratyakshata is happening. How is it happening? Pratyakshata means he is giving darshana. हो रहा है ना, पुराणों में हम पढ़ते हैं कि after upasana Bhagavan gave darshan. It's not that this bhakta started doing upasana and Bhagavan started there dressing up and making the vehicle ready and sitting in that and coming, and he is coming and this upasana upasaka exactly ended at same time. Upasana over, Bhagavan came. ऐसा नहीं होता. When his upasana is fulfilled, instantaneously he gets expressed. How come he is expressing? If he is in the Swargaloka, the Indra, if Surya is in that Surya Loka, Surya Mandala, how is he coming here? This is where our intellection will have to work. Intellect. Ki, these devatas are so divine beyond Desha Kala. Therefore, through the Sankalpa itself, they can reach to any Desha and any Kala. Is it not? And another facility is what? We are on the earth and we are doing Upasana here. How come our Upasana done here is reaching to them who are in either Swarga or in those lokas? This means the power in the Upasana is so much that it can reach to them. That faith we must have. Another way of seeing as was, they are all pervading. Therefore, your Upasana is very much heard by them. Only the fulfillment and sincerity in the Upasana, when it is complete, then they just manifest. In all these discussions, what are the main things? The Adhisthana Devatas are there. Their blessings have to be invoked for our safety and security during our sadhana, and that has to be done through the simple humbleness followed by upasanas or prarthanas. And do it as beautifully as possible every day, not mechanically. So later on, when Vedavas Bhagavan came, he gave us all Pauranika Devatas. अब ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर राम कृष्ण ये सब बाद में बट इन द वैदिक पीरियड only those devatas whose presence was very clearly giving the life to them, they took them as devata. They knew without pani hum ji nahi sakte. Our pani is devata. Without vayu we can't live. They tried. Close the nose, they died. So vayu is giving prana. Therefore vayu is devata. So without fire, no cooking, no digestion is Devata. Without Surya, there is no day, he is Devata. Without night, Chandrama, there is no night time. So all these things which are cause of life, sustenance, all empowerments, they named as Devata. And it worked. They invoked them and they came and blessed. And why? Because they are really Devata. That's how the Ishvara, the Narayana, Parabrahma, as expressed in the form of these Devatas, to take care of all the jivas wherever they are. So, some of these things once in a while when we listen, our faith will increase. So, to the Pauranik Devatas of the Hanuman ji, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, वो सब भी है. In the Vedic Devatas, so Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Surya, they are all there. Yama, all of them definitely are there. When I am there as a jiva with the Deha, please remember all of them also are there. And as long as I am as there as jiva with upadhi, so long they are there and their help is essential. And it helps. See, always our non-performance and all our ignorance, how can it be the measuring rod? मैं नहीं जानता हूं, मैंने कभी नहीं किया, इसलिए सूर्य भगवान नहीं है, उनका उपासना नहीं है, उनका ब्लेसिंग नहीं है. हाउ कैन यू डू? My ignorance and non-practice cannot be authority to say there's no Surya, no need of Upasana. Surya is very much there. When you do Upasana, he will come. You try it. After trying, if you don't get his blessing, then you say he is not there. And why all that struggle when in the period of history, so many have done the invocation of Surya, he came and blessed. Should it not be sufficient example for us to have the faith? How we have to this how intellectually equip to guide the mind and senses and to do the due needful. And here we are doing namaskara and prarthana to these adhisthana devatas to make all our stula sukshma faculties so intact and powerful and good that there is no obstructions from the world through this upadhi. Upadhi themselves are not troubling and they are fully helping me toward the sadhana. Okay. तो ओम मित्रहशम सुखम प्राणवृत्ते अहनः च अभिमानी देवतात्मा मित्रः. naha asmakam bhavatu. So let the Lord Mitra, who is the presiding Devata of the daytime as well as the Prana Vritti, Shamma, be pleased with us. Whatever we are, but our prarthana is please. Once He pleases us, the entire day will be fully available to us. Throughout the day, the Prana Vritti is intact. And we also, when we wake up in the morning with the commitment to make use of the entire day for the higher purpose, and in that time, whatever the Prana Shakti is given, if we are conserving it and rightly using it along with our upasana and prayer prompts that Devata Mitra really to bless us. Like the child asks father, 500 rupees do. No, along with asking, if he is making right use of those 500 rupees with a wonderful way, it will prompt the father definitely to give. If the father gets a doubt कि इसको दे तो रहा हूँ but ये गलत यूज कर रहा है वेस्ट कर रहा है तो he will hesitate to give even though he is a father and he can give. This rest like that in all prarthanas. Inevitably, one more thing what goes without saying, which we have to become aware of it, is what responsibility. Being responsible for whatever given to us to make right use of it. Otherwise, our prarthana and the answering of that devata by giving what we asked, they become meaningless. है कि नहीं? जो दे रहा है उसका सही उपयोग नहीं करो तो मांगने का पाने का और वो उनका देने का उसका क्या फायदा होगा? Should we not be intelligent in this regard? Should we not be responsible in this regard? In fact, I am on the path of Adhyatmika Sadhana of Brahma Vidya Upanishad. So that is the one keeping in mind I am praying and seeing that only they bless. I am becoming responsible to study Brahma Vidya. So that is without saying is said because those devatas know that we are doing this. In other case, you should know if for social service I need this or that. Oh Mahalakshmi Mata, give me. If you tell to Mahalakshmi Mata, give me lot of wealth so that I become irresponsible and indulgent like Pashu, she will hesitate. She may not give. Is it not? हमको ना दूसरों का मदद चाहे वो देवता लोग हो या आस पास लोग हो देने के लिए उनके अंदर टेम्पटेशन एंड उतावला होना है दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ वी बिहेव दैट्स व्हाट इज द क्वालिफिकेशन नो व्हेन यू आर हाईली क्वालिफाइड with all intelligence academics every company comes to your doorstep and offers you the job. Is it not? In the same way we should this way deserve by our commitment. What commitment? I have a higher goal and I'll make a right use of whatever you give me for that goal. This commands the help and blessings from all the phenomenal forces. This intelligence we have to learn, like at this very moment. Oh Vagdevata, I am using the Vani to speak on the Shastra. And I believe, as far as my knowledge goes, this endeavor is really great and noble. Please bless me with that prana shakti and the ability to speak. When I this way, with my goal, commitment, humbleness, ask, that Vagdevata will definitely bless me to be able to speak properly. Like that, all devatas. So, oh Lord Mitra, you are very much there. I trust in your presence. You are Adhisthana Devata of the daytime as well as Prana Vritti. Then I must have long days to live, lot of days to live. And every day I must have full prana shakti. So that this Brahma Vidya pursuit becomes beautiful, effortless with your help. And for that I am getting up early and with whatever prana shakti you are giving, I am consciously using it for this purpose only. This type of samjhauta. Like समझौता कि you give this job to me, I'll do. This is a salary I need, you give me. समझौता हो गया. That's what you sign on the acceptance paper of when you join a job. After that वो बार बार नहीं होता, but that's what keeps on working. That commitment is the one which works. That whatever the work the office are giving, you are doing, and whatever the salary you are deserving, they are giving. So that here also I am pursuing Brahma Vidya, and my prayers to the Aditya or his Mitra are there, and he is powering, giving me with the Prana Shakti. I am doing that job. How nice, how systematic, how clear is this? There is no vagueness at all in this. Okay. So the daytime pranavritti is Mitraha. Same way the night time and the apanavritti is Varuna Devaha. Therefore Varunaha tata eva apanavrittehe ratrehe cha abhimani devatatma Varunaha. Atma only in the form of that devata who is abhimani or presiding deity for those things. Day and prana Abhimani Devata is Surya or my Mitra. And who is he? Paramatma only at that point expressing like that. So too the Paramatma only is expressing as the Varuna Devata presiding Apana as well as the night time. So we spoke about the Apana Vayu properly not functioning, how the entire system is unstable or disturbed or painful or what do you say, diseased, that affects the entire other faculties, including Mana Buddhi. And that day when the Prana Apana are pakka perfectly functioning, even senses, mind, intellect also are full of that vigor and vitality, and we are able to do whatever we want to do well. But prana apana ठीक नहीं है तो entire attention is only on that. You can't do anything else. And here also, okay, when we are asking the Mitra and Varuna to protect as a prana apana, then the prana apana का हमें सही यूज करना है और प्राणा अपान प्रॉपरली बैलेंस्ड होने का ऐसा ही कर्म करना है. Some more thing is we can even do the pranayama practice where the prana apana are regulated. This my prana apana regulating pranayama sadhana facilitates them for blessed with prana apana shakti. Is it not? आपको कुछ चीज किससे लेना है, आप थैली खोल के पकड़ो तो इट बिकम्स इजी फॉर दैट पर्सन टू पुट इन दैट. क्या करते हैं कि नहीं, बचपन में से करते हैं, बड़ा थैली ले गए और सब्जियों मार्केट गए, ऐसा थैली खोलते गए, दे पुट इट इन दैट. फिर घर में आकर यू पुट आउट एवरीथिंग एंड सॉर्ट इट आउट. So our pranayama sadhana becomes a easy convenience for them to give their power. This we spoke 6-7 months back in another context. That our all the yoga asanas, pranayamas, all of them make the devatas to bless us easily. It becomes convenient for them. So we must do little of pranapana, pranayama. Then with that, these devatas bless us with those shaktis. Apana Shakti is the power to respond to. Prana Shakti is the power to receive from the world. Okay. So when I am listening to the satsanga, I have to listen what Guru says. For that the Prana Shakti is intact. Then that works at the ears level to listen, at the eyes level to see, look at the Guru or even the book. So to the mind works in receiving what is said. Then the Apana Shakti helps in answering if at all you ask question, or within ourselves when we try to understand or digest what is heard. So in this way, Mitra for the Parana and daytime, Varuna for the Apana and night time. And what we said was, those days as much sacred they are, so too are the nights. The day is sacred for performance. The night is sacred for recouping ourselves with sufficient rest. Before rest, whatever Ishta Devata, if we can really tune to him also and say, hey Bhagavan or Bhagavati, this day has been used for sadhana. Tomorrow also it will be used if you give a good sleep, good rest, and give me another opportunity. Like that, when we remember the Devata, if you see, the Devata is in your own mana, in your own prarthana. If you have not reached to that level, then you take up a murti And to that Murti you can address. And later on you will get your to a state that whom I am addressing is not that stone. That's the Lord who is presiding in that stone according to my choice, given traditionally. That choice is chosen by me but given traditionally. Doing Vishnu Puja in the Shaligrama is my choice. But doing Vishnu's Puja only in the Shaligrama is the choice of the tradition or our Guru Parampara. That we should not change. Don't say that any plastic tukda laga ke I'll make it as Vishnu. That's nonsense. You should never ever that way contradict to what our tradition parampara gurus have given. वो मूर्खता कहता हूँ मैं, वो उसके अंदर जाना ही नहीं. What our elders gave, we do it. Yeah? So in this way also we can invoke. And luckily Mitra and Varuna are very much there. Varuna is in the form of water. Mitra is in the form of the sun only. हो गया. So we have asked them Sham. So that the day and night are not unruly or disturbing. So do Pravana Apana also are not unruly or disturbing. They are perfect. So that we are not worried, concerned about them. Like for us, the mic and sound system, the internet, everything is properly functioning. Then no need to worry about that. आ गया on early class. But that day when they get broken or disturbed, how much tension, anxiety. उसको रिपेयर करने में. And by that time the class is time is over. So you understand? In the same way. Okay. Third one is what? Chakshushi adityecha abhimani aryama. So we have already said ki the Lord who is presiding Aditya Mandala and also the who is the Abhimani Devata of our eyes, he is an Aryama. May he be Sham Bhavatu Asmabhyam Naha. Okay. Naha Asmakam Sham Bhavatu. Aryama Devata. The one who is in the Aditya Mandala and who is in the Chakshu. Just feel his presence at this very moment. Om Aryamne Namaha, Om Aryamne Namaha, Om Aryamne Namaha. Please bless my eyesight to be better. नॉट ओनली फॉर स्टडिंग, स्टडिंग तो लास्ट बात. पहले घर से जहाँ होते हो वहाँ से आप गुरु तक आना चाहिए ना. रास्ते में अगर आँख ठीक नहीं, कहीं भी एक्सीडेंट होएगा. सो ब्लेस मी विद प्रॉपर आई साइट सो दैट आई विल बी एबल टू विजुअलाइज एवरीथिंग. सो टू यू आर इन द आदित्य मंडला. लेट दैट आदित्य मंडल से जो आदित्य के तेज किरण आ रहा है, लेट इट बी सूदिंग, कूलिंग. So when you come from home to the Gurukula, then en route the sunlight should be so soothing, not too hot, not too cold. Same time the vision should be good. In this way, Aryama. Okay, Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Varunaya Namaha, Om Varunaya Namaha, Om Varunaya Namaha, Om Aryamne Namaha, Om Aryamne Namaha, Om Aryamne Namaha, Sham Asmakam Bhavatu, Sham Asmakam Bhavatu, Sham Asmakam Bhavatu. Prayer applied. They will definitely take care. Then Shamna Indraha. So Bale Indraha. So Indra is the Lord presiding the Bala, the physical strength mainly, which is very essential. And we must know that every moment, whatever we are doing, lot of Bala is being utilized. And if that Bala is not there, all these activities physical which we are doing, we will not do. So through variety of the Bhojana Padartham, Indra Bhagavan only is blessing us with this Bala. Bala giver is Indra. Medium of giving that Bala is Bhojana Adi. He has put in that package of the food the Bala. So when we take Bhojanam, that's how we become Balavan. What is needed is Bala. It comes through the Bhojana given to us by the Indra. And that Bhojan ke dwara Indra dete hain by the Varuna, Vayu, Varsha, ityadi. These are all the highly subtle things that are happening in the universe. We take them for granted and we don't have that type of time or patience or interest to understand all that. So, Shamnah Indra Bhavato Asmakam Sham Bhavato. Oh Lord Indra, give us the Bala, strength or stamina. So, let us say that it can be vital energy or Bala, which is consistently required for all the faculties to work. Like the Shakti is given, the Devatas have given that Like Varuna has given the power to the eye, vision to the eye. So vision is different from the power. So Indra Shakti with Varuna faculty together work for long time. अगर क्या हुआ, चक्षु में देखने का ताकत हो है, लेकिन अंदर पावर नहीं है तो, लाइक द एंटायर व्हीकल इज इंटैक्ट, all parts are very well fit, but there is no petrol. Is it not? All electrical fittings are perfect, but electricity nahi hai to. So all the fittings are the faculties. The electricity is the Indra's bala required. I can see, eye is there, but अंदर the ताकत नहीं है माना उस दिन, हाँ क्या देखेंगे, आँख है शक्ति नहीं है, कान है शक्ति नहीं है कि नहीं? We have all those faculty, but balam also is required. So Indra is the giver of bala. Bala is the continuous supply of the energy and strength. So that to the required amount of time, we put the required efforts for this Brahma Vidya. Indraha Sham Asmakam Bhavatu. Then Brahaspati hi. What is Brahaspati? Ki Buddha Ucha Vachicha Brahaspati hi. Brahaspati is the Devata to empower our buddhi. फर्स्ट उसको उठाना है, सोया हुआ बुद्धि को, उसको काम में लगाना है. And in the doing using it for work, the buddhi should be alert to discriminate, to analyze, and to see what is correct and to understand. All these jobs are of the buddhi. Abhimani Devata is Brahaspati. And most of us are less blessed by Brahaspati. We have not invoked his blessing sufficiently. Therefore, very seldom our buddhi works. Actually, buddhi is such a powerful faculty if it is fully made into functional. Not even one place we do wrong in decisions, not even one wrong action we do. That's why a common word used by everyone to us and to we also use for our children and servant, dimak nahi, buddhi nahi hai, buddhi nahi, buddhi let. So we are all aware that we don't have buddhi. That much buddhi we have. We have that much buddhi to clearly understand that don't have buddhi. You just imagine. The Parabrahma alone is reality. Other than him is nothing. This is the ultimate buddhi. वो तो बहुत दूर की बात है. But every moment the buddhi is required. No, how much water I should drink, how much tea or coffee I should have, how much food I should eat, how many hours I have to sleep, whom to talk, what for, how long. These are all actions should be guided by the right decision of the buddhi. That buddhi and buddhi's work, we have taken it for so granted that we don't consult it only, just like parents at home. Why the children, once they come to 14-15 saal, they just think they are useless only, redundant, unwanted. Whereas the parents have so much of experience, love, concern, resources to guide those fellows. वो कहते हैं नहीं चाहिए, मैं अपना दिमाग अपना खुद जीऊंगा. In the same way, all our indriyas, mana, are continuously functioning without taking the help of the buddhi. Just imagine where my buddhi is fully equipped with the right knowledge, and that equipped buddhi is continuously is guiding mana and indriyas. How wonderful would be our life? Hypothetically सोचो, पहले बुद्धि को शक्तिशाली बनाओ ज्ञान से, देन उस ज्ञानयुक्त बुद्धि से मन इंद्रियों को यूज करो, देन everything is success, everything is celebration, everything is festival. In general, we talked about buddhi. Particularly when we are studying Vedanta Grantha, any sadhana shastras, some karma yoga, bhakti yoga, they are relatively better, easier. But when you come to the Vedanta Vicharana, where you have to use your buddhi to such a subtlest way, to discriminate between आत्मा अनात्मा जड़ चेतना सत्य मिथ्या, ये सब कितना दिमाग लगता है बताओ. Even to understand the literal meaning of the words of the shloka, दिमाग जितना लगाना पड़ता है. Then finally what Guru aimed at by using all this shloka, उसको समझने तो कितना तेज दिमाग होना है. Therefore, Brahaspati's blessings are very much required. And he is presiding for Vak also here. Bhagavan Shankara is telling, we believe it. Therefore, the Vani with which you have to reply to Guru when he asks a question, along with our own inner understanding. Both are done by Brahaspati. Let that Brahaspati, who is the Devata for the Buddhi, for knowledge and discrimination, and also for the speech, bless us. Shambhavatu. Asmakam Shambhavatu. Yeah, Sham Sukham Bhavatu. May be kind towards us. May be having that compassion towards us. May He bless us. May He take more interest to give us the things required so that our efforts are fruitful in this marga. Okay. Therefore, Om Indraya Namaha, Om Indraya Namaha, Om Indraya Namaha, Om Brahaspate Namaha, Om Brahaspate Namaha, Om Brahaspate Namaha. Please bless us, O Devatas. We are so weak in all our strengths, but the goal kept in front of us is the Brahma Jnana. Such a distance it between that goal taken up and our ability capacity. And without capacity, if you do, not only failure, but there is all frustration. So it should not happen. Please bless us. See, when you do this prayer and sit for your study every day, उसका आप फर्क जरूर देख सकते. I can see right now when I am saying Namaskara, and after that we can feel the difference in our ability of faculties. That means they are very much around us, listening to our prayers and answering. नहीं तो ये उपनिषद का एक हिस्सा नहीं बनता. ये भगवान आदिशंकरा will not comment on that if it is not so important. And it is so important that it is kept before the study of Upanishads. Without this, वो होगा ही नहीं आगे वाला. Okay, Brahaspati's buddhi and vak. Then Shamno Vishnurukramaha. So Vishnu Urukramaha Vistirna Kramaha Padayoho Abhimani. The presiding deity of the locomotion, the movement, is Vishnu Urukramaha, who can put long, long steps to walk. There is a Devata. And wherever long, long steps and walking is there, that is Vishnu Anugraha. And the long, long text again depends on the size of the body as well as of long length of the legs. In every species, there are legs like ant. Ant में भी अपने पाँव हैं, वो भी चल रहा है, उसमें भी विष्णु भगवान. And if that ant by any means invokes the Vishnu Kripa, then he can put longer and faster steps to reach to that sugar. Is it not? I also must put longer and faster steps in my path walking toward the truth, Urukrama, Pada. Here, the Pada is all Gamana Shakti, Hasta is all Kriya Shakti. So, our actions and Gamanam, when they are swift, optimum, time wastage will be less. Is it not? नहीं तो एक ही काम दिन भर करते ही गए पूरा. We don't even know all these things, that for small, small activity, we are using so much of time because the faculties are not so great. If the faculties are perfectly maintained by your effort of exercise and grace, every action will take only that much of time and you are free. अब घर झाड़ू पोछा करना है, कितना टाइम लगना है? Depending if you have a 2 bedroom flat, मैक्सिमम 8 या 10 मिनट. बट घंटा हम लगाते हैं उसके लिए, तो 50 minutes are wasted, no? हाउ कैन यू वेस्ट दैट मच ऑफ टाइम? हर एक काम का अपना टाइम एनर्जी होता है, उतने टाइम एनर्जी में वो खत्म होना चाहिए. देन रिमेनिंग टाइम एनर्जी यू हैव टू यूज. These are all very high subtler things. Puja Gurudev and all these Mahatmas, they always are careful about it. That's how they know how much to talk, walk, and do. Clear. Finish. They're so, what we call, calculative in using their faculties. एक्स्ट्रा कुछ यूज नहीं करना. इवन दे मेजर देयर लाफ्टर आल्सो, कितना हंसना है. ओनली दैट मच विच इज रिक्वायर्ड एंड वी शुड नॉट वेस्ट माई एनर्जी. ये सब बड़ा सेंसिटिविटी बढ़ने के बाद आते हैं सब. बट मेन पॉइंट इज उरुक्रमा. ओके, द फिजिकल लेवल उरुक्रमा इज लॉन्ग फास्टर वॉक. At the subtler level, the gati in my understanding what Guru says. Trying to understand is Indra Shakti. The speed in understanding is called the Vishnu Shakti. As and when I am speaking quickly, you are able to understand, digest, and feel convinced about it. So the Vishnu Bhagavan is working as an Urukrama in you. He does that job. Padayoho Abhimani Devata. Okay. Then Evamadhyaha Adhyatma Devataha. Evamadhya means like this, all other devatas. May not be mentioned some of them, but all of them. Like Shrotraka, Dig Devata, it is not said. Then Rasanaya, Varuna, not said. Then Nasikayoho, Ashwini, not said. But you can just mention all other devatas who are in general helping me and whose help particularly I need now for this Brahma Vidya pursuit. Please bless me. So this mantra is a general idea given. You have these faculties which needed for sadhana, and these are the presiding deities, and you have to invoke their blessing. So with these are the basis, anywhere wherever we go, or whatever the work we have to do, whatever energy is required, remember those presiding deities and ask them to bless. Few of them which are not mentioned, we said. Like the Chandamama is not asked. He is the Devata for the Mana. Rudra is not asked because he is Devata of Ahankara. Again, and Vasudeva Bhagavan we not called. He is a Chittaka Bhagavan. That's why Evam Adhyaha. Adhya means this is only beginning along with other list of devatas. Adhyatma devataha shamnaha bhavatu. In the Purana Kala, again we call Ganapati. Please remove the obstacles. Saraswati, give the knowledge. Lakshmi Devi gives the strength or what to say, money and all wealth and resources. And Shakti, we ask Mother. तो हर एक के ये सब देवताएं हैं ही इसलिए इनफैक्ट दे आर ऑल देयर टू हेल्प अस so that we achieve both worldly goals and spiritual goals. Like I told you the other day, government, central, state releases so much of funds for so many projects and facilities. You know the funny thing, 50, 60, 70% of those things are not known to you and me. You understand? We are not using them at all. Somehow we have other way of money earning. Therefore, we are not worried about it. But the basic thing हमको पता ही नहीं कि गवर्नमेंट क्या क्या स्कीम्स हमको चला रहा है हमारे लिए. We don't know. So many schemes they are doing. Nobody uses them. Therefore, that goes back to the budget. Same way, these are all devatas are there to bless us. Remember them, invoke their blessing. Yeah. So Evamadhyaha Adhyatma Devataha Shamnaha Bhavatu. And these devatas are in the entire universe and they have to help me for my own personal work. Therefore, they are invoked from within their Adhyatma Devatas. So Shamnaha Bhavati iti Shamnaha Bhavatu iti Sarvatra Anushangaha. So Shamnaha Bhavatu, it is not said everywhere in Shloka, but you have to add it. So Shamno Mitra Sham Varunaha. Shamno Bhavataryama, Shamna Indro. I have not explained in Bhashya, but you add it. That's what Bhagavan Shankara says. Now, why you have to invoke their blessings? Most beautiful explanation, yeah? And this is out of his experience and out of his prema, goodwill on us. Bhagavan Shankara is telling for our conviction. For our conviction and practice. In fact, actually, a Hindu is he who every moment, whatever the action is doing, whatever the result he is getting of the action, he is remembering that presiding Devata and thanking that Devata and then involving in that action or experience. That is, Hindu means he who never loses sight of Bhagwan. It's a quick succession, like a food is put in plate. So before I eat the food, immediately Anna Devata, Annapurna, you came in this form. Thank you. And the Varuna Devata, you are the ones because the food came and all the human beings who brought the food here to me. My salutation to them. देखो, actually early morning उठते ही all devatas are remembered. Who are going to help me in my throughout day's activities. Is it not? That is why सुबह उठकर अगर आप पर ब्रह्म द्वादशादित्य एकादश रुद्र दश दिक्पालक नवग्रह अष्टवसु सप्तऋषि, इफ यू रिमेंबर ऑल ऑफ देम, एक बार एक नमस्कार दे दो उनको. आई एम श्योर डेफिनेटली This habit, when it becomes deeper and intenser, their blessings will end. And my experience, I'm telling you, for last 2 years, I know how many of you are leaving the class are getting bored. For this thing, which I do every day, of 10 minutes of taking the name of all the Bhagavata Acharyas, all the Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, मैं बताऊं आप सीक्रेट बोल ही देता हूं. See, the ability to talk on Upanishads is zero with me. And yet, if we could do Isha Kena Kata Prashna Munda Manduke Taittiriya, who are the ones who are every day coming and speaking through us? Is all the rishis, munis, whom we are remembering and begging every day. You don't know how much I am tensed before the class. Because it's getting recorded, somebody may listen in the future, and you are the one who have to understand you're such a serious, sincere, regular audience. I am experiencing and telling you, without the कृपा of these गुरु परंपरा देवता परंपरा एक शब्द भी मुख से नहीं निकलेगा. And today what I was going through before the class physically, I know. In fact, I want to cancel the class only. That much bad. But who made the body healthy and we are able to do class? The smarana of those devatas, their blessings, they very much more faithful, more intense. You can see so conspicuously more clear. Now he gives explanation. Listen carefully. Tasu hi sukha krutsu. Okay? Because means what? Only when those devatas are making us sukhi, comfortable, convenient, as a result of our prayers. तासु सुख कृष्ण मीन्स वो देवता लोग जब हमारे ऊपर प्रसन्न होकर हमारे सारे फैकल्टीज को इंटैक्ट रखते हैं. दैट इज मीनिंग ऑफ तासु सुख कृत्सु. मीन्स व्हेन दे आर काइंड, कंपैशनेट, बेनेवलेंट फॉर अस, by which we are becoming sukhi, means comfort. Sukha means comfortable here, effortless, convenient. तासु हि सुखकृत्सु विद्या श्रवण, विद्या धारण, विद्या उपयोगाः अप्रतिबंधेन भविष्यन्ति इति तत् सुखकर्तृत्वं प्रार्थ्यते शमनः भवतु इति. No, it is one line only of 10-15 words, but in this, the message for the entire life is given. What is he saying mainly? Be alert about it. Tasu hi sukhakrutsu. Means what? Absolutely zero ego here. He is saying from their standpoint, only when they bless us for our convenience and comfort and security. Only when they bless us. उनके कृपा के बिना नहीं होगा, केवल उनके कृपा से. This is what. Tasu hi sukhakrutsu. Means what? These devatas are continually observing every of the jiva. And it is because a job given to them, they are catering to needs of every jiva. And they are also giving punishments to jivas if they are doing some mistake. This is in general going on. But particularly if some of the jivas know that these devatas are there and invoking their blessing, these devatas get more excited to go give more sukha kruts to. More sukha they give convenience. And only when they are pleased with us through our prayers, and only when they are blessing us, only with their blessings, when we are intact at all faculties, that our pursuit of Brahma Vidya becomes successful. And in the Brahma Vidya pursuit, the 3-4 things are mentioned by Shankara here. Very importantly, Vidya Shravana. Only all the devatas become prasanna, because of which all my faculties become intact, that I can do the shravana of the vidya. Is it not? The Chandrama devata, if he is not convenient on us, then the mind will not like to come to the class. People don't come. Why? Because Chandrama की कृपा नहीं है, इसलिए इसमें आने का इनको इच्छा नहीं हुआ. If Bhagavan Chandra blesses us, then he will never make us miss our class Shravanam. You will come definitely. Isn't it? Because संकल्प देने वाला चंद्रमा है, मनसा. आने के बाद बैठने के लिए सुनने का कैपेसिटी द दिग देवता गिव्स. First you have to have a sankalpa to come, then you have to sit and ability to listen. So vidya shravana only by devata's kripa. I am pausing for you to understand. Then second important thing after getting opportunity and using. What is the opportunity? Of Shravana. Second is Dharana. Whatever we remember, listen, should it be there in our heart or not? Dharana means holding. जो सुना है वो याद रहना. It's a very important thing, dharana. Even to me, it's required. Whatever I speak, I should have the dharana what I spoke. Not that I should ask you again. मैंने क्या बोला? ये बोला. Ebola is a disease causing enzyme. So I must have the dharana, vidya dharana. See, if you are able to connect to the earlier subject and this one, if you are connect to this one and other Upanishads, and if you are able to speak out what is therefore in context the essence, the dharana किसने दिया? माता सरस्वती, मेधा देवी, दक्षिणामूर्ति. These are all Pauranika devatas, Brahaspati, Vaidika devata. It is his kripa that Buddha Brahaspati that we are having the dharana. And you all also, when some things are spoken, you can feel कि हम जानते हैं, हम सुन चुके हैं. धारणा हो गया. So vidya shravana, vidya dharana. Third one is vidya upayoga. Upayoga is for our own meditation and experiencing. And after experiencing, the upayoga is passing on that message of shastras to the next generation. These four things, Vidya Shravana, Vidya Dharana, Vidya Upayoga, in which my sadhana and my experience, and the fourth one is helping others to do sadhana and experience. All these four, apratibandena bhavishyanti, they all will happen without any pratibandha or obstacle or hindrance. So only when they become kind, convenient, and bless us, that our Vidya, Shravana, Dharana, and Upayoga becomes Pratibandharahita, obstructionless, obstacle-less, obstacle-less, that hindrance-less. Then only smoothly you can journey. Now this is Vedic guidance. तो वेद ऋषि सब गलत तो नहीं बोलेंगे ना. अब इसके बारे में तो सोचने की भी जरूरत, इतनी कमेंट्री की भी जरूरत नहीं. एक बार सुन लिया, जिंदगी भर हमको कन्विक्शन होना है कि द श्रुति माता सेड द दी देवतास आर द वंस ओनली व्हेन दे ब्लेस अस our vidya shravana dharana and upayoga becomes without obstacle or pratibandha. Therefore we will remember every day our devatas. Every day sakala devata smarana. When we do, and I am telling you, which is missed nowadays, we have kept Paramatma so far away that we are not remembering only some festival time or when you go to temple. अरे महाराज, सुबह उठने से रात में सोने तक, बर्थ लेने से मरने तक, every moment of our life is happening only by grace of them. How much we have to remember them? डोंट इवन से मैं ऑफिस में हूँ भगवान. अरे तुम्हारे ऑफिस के सारे काम संभालने वाले वही है, इसलिए एंटर करो ऑफिस में, पहले सीट में बैठने से पहले भगवान को नमस्कार करके आस्क हिम, ब्लेस, प्रे टू हिम, प्लीज ब्लेस मी दैट माय वर्क टुडे शुड हैपन प्रॉपर्ली. लॉर्ड इज एवरीवेयर, लॉर्ड्स ब्लेसिंग्स आर एवरीवेयर एंड दे आर नीडेड एवरीवेयर. देन विच इज द प्लेस वेयर यू डोंट नीड टू प्रैक्टिस सम प्रेयर? हर जगह, वेदर ड्राइविंग द कार, वेदर वर्किंग इन द ऑफिस, वेदर गॉन फॉर सम वर्क, इवन इफ यू गॉन टू ऑल फॉरेन कंट्रीज. अरे सारे भगवान लोग इंडिया में रहते हैं, अब यहाँ मैं नहीं करूंगा. अरे नहीं भाई, उधर भी चाहिए आपको उनकी कृपा. I tell you, in one simple shortcut sentence, not very many. निरंतर देवता स्मरण करते हुए ना आप अपने कर्म करते रहोगे. All devatas only work through us for all successes, and slowly they mold our attention from the outer work and success to the inner sadhana and success, and they take responsibility to make us introverted, be contemplative, and discover the self. एक सेंटेंस में बताया, निरंतर ही देवताओं का स्मरण करो तो जहां तक बाहर का विजय चाहिए वो कराएंगे खुद ही आत्म लेकर, फिर अंतर्मुख बनाकर हमको आत्मानुभव मुक्ति भी दिलाते. दैट इज व्हाट द देवतास आर मेंट फॉर. I tell you, like the rich family of parents give a lot of money and this usually small child to the servants. अरे इसको बाहर ले जाके घुमाओ, अब ये थक जाएगा, रोएगा तो मेरे पास ले आओ. है कि नहीं? So to all these devatas are sent, these servants, we are all the children and the parents are the Lord. He has sent these devatas. अरे इसको घुमाओ बाहर, अब जब थकेगा रोएगा मेरे पास ले आना. See, when we become serious in this understanding and sincere in practice of it, कभी भी हम अकेले हैं ऐसा भाव होगा क्या? कोई हेल्प करने वाले नहीं है. Are we not feeling all those lonelinesses and helplessnesses? It is self-created, which can be removed to such an extent that not the ordinary human beings of the world, but the appointed devatas themselves are fully monitoring, supervising my every moment's life. I am confident they are helper and I am praying to them and they are really giving me. इसका आनंद ही अलग होगा. You know, the Marwadis say, we are doing puja to Mahalakshmi Mata and she is taking up all our business. They are so casual in that because so much experience to them. They have no doubt. In other cases, whatever they do or they don't do, we don't know. They may be param bhogi. पक्का साधक नहीं है, देश का भी कुछ करते नहीं होंगे. That's all अलग. But as regard their business is concerned, they have trust so much in Lakshmi Mata and she blesses. सो तासु हि सुखकृत्सु विद्या श्रवण धारणा उपयोगिता उपयोगा अप्रतिबंधेन भविष्यन्ति इति. विदाउट ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन विद्या श्रवण धारणा उपयोग होता है करके इति तत् सुख कर्तृत्वं प्रार्थ्यते. That is why the prarthana is done to them to become blessed on us and make us sukhi, make things convenient. Nothing should be inconvenient in our sadhana and also remove the obstacle. Iti shamno bhavatu iti. This is how this mantra's purpose. Shamno bhavatu mantra is done for them to make our every faculty is so intact and powerful and strong, so that our vidya shravana dharana and upayogaha they become without pratibandha. Okay, this is half of the Shanti mantra. Shamno Vishnu Urukrama tak we have come. Now the second half is Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Adhishyami. This is one part. Then Rudam Adhishyami, Satyam Adhishyami, another part. Tanmamato, Advaktaramata, Autamavaktaram, another one. So the three, four more parts are there. So study at least one Shanti mantra thoroughly. And every day when we are studying, newer and deeper ideas are coming to us. Now, Namo Brahmane is the next part of Shanti mantra. Is it not? Now, who is Brahma? Bhagavan Shankara is saying. Brahma. Vividishuna. Brahma Vividishuna. Namaskara. Brahma Vadana Kriye. Vayu Vishaye. Brahma Vidya. Upasarga. Shantyartham Kriyete. Simple meaning. What is that? Brahma Vividishuna. The ones who are desirous of knowing Brahma in Anubhava through the study of the Brahma called as the Vedanta. So Vedanta Upanishad रूपी ब्रह्म के द्वारा वेदांत उपनिषद में बताया हुआ ब्रह्म को जो जानकर अनुभव करना चाहते हैं, they are called as ब्रह्म विदुषुणा. By that person, Namaskara Brahma Vadana Kriye. The Namaskara is told to be done and Brahma Nama is told to be uttered to, addressed to. To whom? Vayu Vishaye. So Vayu is taken here and Vayu is saluted and Vayu is called as Brahma. Like Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayu. So this Brahmane is salutation offered to whom? The Vayu only. So Vayu is considered or called as Brahma and that Vayu is taken as Brahma is saluted. Why? And saluted by whom? Brahma Vidishuna. The one who want to become Brahma Jnani, by him, Vayu should be addressed as Brahma, Vayu should be saluted. Why is it should be? Because Brahma Vidya Upasarga Shantyartham. For removal of Shantyartham is removal of Upasarga, the obstacles Brahma Vidya and route to Brahma Vidya. Upasarga is obstacles. For the removal of all the obstacles in the path of Brahma Vidya, the Vayu is addressed as Brahma and Vayu is being saluted. But for whom? Brahma Vidvishuna. They want to discover the Brahma Tattva. No, these are all, I am telling only little superficial things. You say no. But very deeply if you enter into, this Bhashya itself will slowly, through the upasana of Vayu Ityadi, we will reach to the Tattva called as Brahma. It's a very subtle points. No, I don't want to touch that topic. It become too heavy for you. So at a gross level, whatever is satisfactory to us, समझदार हो समझ सकते हैं और पा सकते हैं लाभ, उतना देखो. But in one of the lives, again, when we meet in the banks of Ganga in an ashram, there the very deepest purports will study. So here Vayu is praised. Oh Vayu, you are Brahma. I am saluting to you. Please bless me. And why is it done? For removing the upasarga while doing the Brahma Vidya. So Brahma Vidya upasarga Shantirtham. And remember, any good noble work taken up from known and unknown sources, so many upasargas and obstacles come. Unknown and infinite. Till the last point of realization is gained, the upasargas never stop. We can't say exactly where from they are coming. They can be one's own prarabdha, it can be samashti prarabdha, it can be devatas only putting some tests etc. कुछ भी हो उपसर्ग आते रहते हैं श्रेयांसी बहुविज्ञानी. Then at every upasarga or obstacle level, if you are frustrated and demoralized, then how can we do journey? Therefore, the upasarga should be removed. So that's how the Vayu is done. The pranama as a Brahma Tattva, Brahma Deva, and when we do Namaskar to him, his blessings help us. That's what he says. Brahma Vidya Upasarga Shantyartham Kriyate. And why is it so? Why the Vayu is taken as Brahma Deva? Why he is that way saluted? And why salutations to Vayudeva taking as Brahma becomes cause for removal of all the Upasarga, obstacles of Brahma Vidya? One answer is he gives, Shankara gives, very deep, very elaborate. आज थोड़ा हम देखेंगे कल बाकी. बिकॉज सर्व क्रिया फलानाम तद अधीनत्वात्. ध्यान से देखना इस बात को. All kriyas are being done by us because of Vayudeva only. And all phala come to us and we experience them because of Vayu only. Therefore, Vayu Bhagavan is the Karana for Sarva Kriya or Karma and Karana for the all phala also. Therefore, Sarva Kriya, Sarva Phalanam, Tat Adhinatvam. It is in the Adhinata. It is under the control of, under the lock and key of the Vayudeva only. Therefore, a special prayer is done to Vayu जरा हटके. जनरली तो इन सबको किया. शन्नो मित्र शं वर्ण शन्नो भवत अरिमा शन्नो इंद्र बृहस्पति शन्नो विष्णु रुक्रमः. These are all done generally. But more specifically done to the Vayu because he is the one Sarva Kriya and Sarva Phala Tad Adhinatvat. In his custody, these two are there. The ability of us to do all the action is in the custody of Vayudeva and all the Phala also is brought to us by him only. He brings the phala to us, and while experiencing, the Vayu should be there in us as a prana, then only the experience has validity or value. Therefore, Vayu ka special prayer. Not only saying you are Brahma, not only saying I am saluting you, he says again, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. There is some thoughts to convey. Tomorrow we will see that. Thank you. सर्वं नारायण अर्पणमस्तु. ओम उपनिषद ऋषि चरणारविंद अर्पणमस्तु. श्रुति मात्रे नमः. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः. ब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. याज्ञवल्क्य ऋषये नमः. वैशंपायन ऋषये नमः. वेदव्यास सद्गुरवे नमः. आद्य शंकर सद्गुरवे नमः. थैंक यू बेटा. थोड़ा हम 10 मिनट विदुर नीति पढ़ लेते हैं. Just be in touch. We are learning the art of committing to the Purushartha of Shastra Shravanam in spite of whatever the prarabdhas or temptations are trying to distract. This is called doing sadhana.